Hi friends, my name is Mark and today we're going to talk about something really important, our bodies, and how sometimes they can tell us when something isn't quite right. So sometimes our bodies can give us clues, and these clues are a little bit like a puzzle. If we know what to look for, we can then get help from a grown-up or a doctor. So, have you ever felt really tired? That can be one clue. What about really thirsty? Even after you've had a big drink of water, that's another clue. Sometimes kids might need to go to the toilet a lot more than usual. Sometimes our body can get a little bit thinner as well. And this is what we call the 4 T's. So that's tired, thirsty, toilet, and thinner. So these 4 signs can be signs of something called type 1 diabetes. And that's a really big name for what the body does when it needs some help to turn food into energy. So if you have type 1 diabetes, doctors and nurses can help you to stay healthy. Adults and kids can both get type 1 diabetes. And kids who have it can still run and play and dream really big just like everybody else. I know this because I've lived with type 1 diabetes since I was 7 years old, and I've had my ups and downs, and I've learned how important it is to talk about how we feel, not just in our bodies, but in our minds and in our hearts as well. And do you know what really helped me? It was writing a book just for kids like you. So through my story, I found lots of friends and families who understand what living with type 1 diabetes is like. So now it's time for my favorite part, story time. I'm going to read you my book, and together we'll discover how kids with type 1 diabetes can live happy, healthy, and amazing lives. So let's begin. So this is Della the Duckling's Diabetes Diaries by Mark Fitzsimmons. This is dedicated to young Mark. So that's me when I was 7 years old, who always wanted to be normal until I realized that I was the whole time. Once in a pond, not too far away, lived Della the Duckling with feathers of grey. Unlike her friends, she was quite unique, for Della had diabetes, a challenge to tweak. See, she's testing her blood sugar there, and she's got her insulin. She'd check her sugar level, a task so vital, feeling a bit different, almost like a trial. See, she's got a continuous glucose monitor there, the same one that I've got on me at the moment. Her friends ate snacks with never a care, while Della watched on, feeling it wasn't quite fair. She looked very sad there. "Why am I different?" Della would cry, under the moon's glow in the night sky. She looks very sad, doesn't she? She felt all alone, in her world so vast, wondering how long her sadness would last. Then came a day, with the sun shining bright, Della met someone new, a very kind sight. Dr. Mallard, so wise, with feathers of white, he saw her struggle and her brave fight. "Dear Della," he said, "you're special, it's true, but different is good. It's what makes you, you. Diabetes is just one part of your tale. With courage and strength, you will prevail." He taught her how to manage her day with healthy choices in every way. Exercise, diet, and insulin are key. But also enjoy life, be true, and live honestly. Della felt happy, her new lessons applied. With new skills and peace, she felt calmer inside. She went back to her friends with a newfound pride, sharing her story with nothing to hide. They marveled at her bravery and how she had grown, knowing that courage was what she had shown. Together they played in the pond's gentle wave. Della no longer felt like she had to be brave, for she was just Della, unique and so sweet. Her diabetes not a barrier, but more of a feat. So here's to Della, The duckling so bold, her story of acceptance forever told. A reminder to all, our differences make us divine, and in each of our struggles is a chance to shine. The end. Thank you for listening to Della's story. And whether you have type 1 diabetes yourself, or maybe you know somebody that has it, I hope that now you learn a little bit more about it and know that even though we might wear devices like this on us and have to think about our food a little bit more, we're just like everybody else and we can do all of the things that make our lives amazing. Thank you.